Dr. Timothy Leary, the Harvard psychologist turned LSD guru, was born October 22nd, 1920, and he died May 31st, 1996. When he was taken into the prison system in California in the 60s, he gave a set of answers to psychological testing that he had actually helped to design, and he knew what answers to give to make them send him to a low-level security prison. And so he escaped from the prison with the help of the radical group, the Weatherman Underground, and he subsequently fled to Algeria, where he joined the Black Panther Party, and then he went to Switzerland and Afghanistan. And in Afghanistan, he was extradited to the United States after being kidnapped by CIA agents, and he faced 95 years in prison. But he became an FBI informant and gave them details that they already knew that didn't lead to any prosecutions. And this led to him being paroled. And then in the remaining years of his life, he wrote and spoke frequently about transhumanist concepts like space migration, intelligence increase, and life extension. And he became interested in personal computers and designed a psychological game called Mind Mirror for the computer. And his master's thesis was on the dimensions of intelligence, and his doctoral dissertation was on the social dimensions of personality. He went to the University of Alabama after going to West Point Military Academy, where he was in the Army and he was a psychologist for the Army. He was formally discharged at the rank of sergeant from the U.S. Army. After going to the University of Alabama, he went to Washington State University, where he got his master's, and then to UC Berkeley, or the University of California, Berkeley, where he earned his doctorate or his PhD. And when he was at Berkeley, he was something of a professor, and he was the head of the Kaiser Family Foundation, and he was headhunted by Harvard's psychology department that was eager for fresh young minds and new ideas. And when Leary was at Harvard, he did the Harvard Psilocybin Project. He ran it with Dr. Richard Alpert, who became Baba Ram Dass after becoming a mystic. And during the Harvard Psilocybin Project, they did the Concord Prison Experiment and the Marsh Chapel Experiment. Now, during the Concord Prison Experiment, during the Marsh Chapel Experiment, 9 out of 10 divinity school students had reported that they had experienced something like a mystical revelation. And during the Concord Prison Experiment, the recently released inmates had shown that after taking psilocybin, the recidivism rates were greatly lowered.